Hi everyone, we are calling from Hong Kong. My name is Alvin from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University.
I'm Kwok from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University as well.
So as we were being instructed, we had a 3-hour workshop yesterday. What I'd like to do is give you a factual recording of the workshop yesterday so that you can have a close look of it. So basically, we started the group of 6 external professionals together with us. That include young architects like Manfred. That include professors from the School of Environment Design, and also with artistic background. Another professor with an urban design background. And I can see from your side that your screen is slightly delayed, so I'll talk a little bit slower. And then we also have a local resident, and then also a director from a local operator, a big institute, who has basically joined us. Can you see us? Yes, okay. Okay. So this is Michael, who is the director of local operations that runs the Creative Hub. And then Armi, who is a local resident, also an architect and designer. Next, I'm going to give you a few images that shows the buildings, including living quarters, central oasis, which used to be a wet market, and also the central police station, which used to be a historic compound of prison and police station. Basically, our site started from these 3 different buildings, and we're trying to find connectivity in between these 3 buildings. So in between these buildings is a very interesting urban context that include nightlife area, traditional wet market, also the antique district, and also a lot of restaurants and a lot of bars and so on. So you can find history, you can find consumption, different types of layers of the city that kind of layered over each other.
So we designed a game that has a map and also different kind of tools. Node, concept of node, the concept of path, and also landmarks. As you see the tools here that we use to draw on the maps. So this is round 1. So we first shuffle the card, and there are like 4 different kind of aspects: urban, culture, and social, economic.
Now, okay, so they're role playing. Now, one of the professors, La Hong, he's playing the role of the economist. So he's first trying to draw the kind of economic spine, the spine that cuts through the district in red line, as you can see from the screen now. And the 3 blocks in black color are the buildings. Next, you can see in blue color is a player from a social intent, and she's trying to map out the series of public spaces that connects in perpendicular of this central spine. So this kind of cross between social spaces and the urban infrastructure basically define the site in a way. And you can see that the intersection of these 2 spines are between 3 buildings. This is a quick recap of the drawing. So basically, the players take turns. Round 2, this time, this professor took up the role as a social player, and then he's trying to define the 2 epicenter, 2 areas which is really dynamic and vibrant. There are different characters. 1 is traditional with the wet market. Number 5 and number 9 is about the nightlife area with Soho. And then next you can see the red color comes in again, which are the developers, basically, the economic player. So young architect Manfred is trying to draw out the super high rise at the edge of this area, close to waterfronts, and basically they're all connected with elevated walkways above the ground, which is a very interesting area that is some of you might know in Hong Kong. And then it marks a different kind of atmosphere comparing to the earlier area with the blue color community. Again, coming up with a quick recap from the top view of the area towards the northeast where the harbor is located. And then next, round 3. This is a very important move that this professor is trying to integrate some of these layers. That includes the cultural layer in green, the red color economic layer, and the blue color social layer. And he thought that the direct connection between a small street between the 2 blocks of the police station and the police merit quarters is very important. And he suggests to pedestrianize that. And then another urban designer saying that there's a increasing kind of movement moving from the east to the west of the site, as you can see that he's drawing in red now, trying to talk about there's an increasing economic interest and investment towards the west side of the area. This is very important also that you remember the 2 early area of dynamic and vibrancy, but this social player also says that there's a hidden area very close to the west side that is basically hidden. So that we had a discussion whether the strategy of development should in a way increase or slow down the gentrification of that site. So you can see now that we're trying to draw a sign of forbidden or trying to actually protect the site from keeping that unknown. The 4th round, another player, the social player, trying to provoke that he doesn't like the word social, but changing the words into communities. And he was trying to say that within this area, apart from this global business interest and the Chinese local, is there other minorities also within this area that represent a wider diversity in social pocket or community pockets. And that includes, for example, that he's trying to draw very soon the public space and the central business area. During the weekend, actually, there's no action. So in the recent years, the domestic workers, foreign domestic workers actually come in and occupy these public spaces during the weekend. And then actually towards the other side, there was also Indian temple that served another community. The last round 5 is kind of a concluding that we are actually trying to have more discussion on the overall approach. And the team, the urban designer, trying to suggest that the approach now is really treating the black blocks as historic fragments and then trying to connect them. And that indeed Hong Kong should look at the conservation of this area more in an area approach that covers different layers, including the in-between spaces and the streets, and of course the building blocks all together. So that's, I think, a very important kind of conclusion for the workshop yesterday that basically suggests an approach which is currently not yet implemented in Hong Kong. You see from the shots now that we are trying to conclude with some of the positions. So I think that yesterday was very fruitful altogether with only a 3 hours action, and then we try to use this game-like methodology to support goals and desire or visions of ideas from very different perspectives.
Okay, it's done. Thank you, Hong Kong.
Thank you.